When you start to think about it, how do you approach a final? I think being a little bit less critical on these opening rides because you have more time. These heats are long heats, and you want to walk away with not just scores that will make a heat. You want to walk away with scores that are going to close out a final.
I just love all of these battles that we have going down. Right now in the water, Carissa Moore taking on Tyler Wright. Riss, she's going to get us started here. Long stretched out wall. She's got a lot of speed under her feet right now. Her equipment has looked incredible all event long. She's going to go and jump out of this wave. I love that. Kept me on my toes for that one. These two have had plenty of history over the years, but just drive for Tyler, I don't know what is. Here we go. Second wave of the final here. Carissa connects beautifully on this first turn here. Oh, I just love those swoops. Such smooth rail lines here for Carissa Moore. You can see, feels like she's kind of pacing this one a little bit, trying to wait for it to build through this midsection. Now she starts to generate some speed. Pushes, drifts those fins around, and then that wave is all she wrote there. Now, let's not forget the form that Tyler Wright was in the semi-finals. I feel like Carissa just drawing a little bit of inspiration, especially on that finishing turn there.
Pivot really sharply here in the beginning of this wave, and that right there starts this wave with emphasis, but she doesn't repeat it right away. She sees that the wave face is changing, so she starts to arc into face turns. And so these girls both have utilized that sort of strategy and being really flexible as they ride the wave, because you have to have that flexibility. It's changing, it's moving underneath your board, and so hey, okay, great start to the heat.
Tyler, she's going to get her first wave of the exchange right now. You can see still has that same flair in her surfing. She's not really interested in the inside there, but she gave us some vintage looking arcs and carves in that last one, and it feels like she's still carrying that same energy into the final right now.
As surf fans, watch these two go head to head so many times before.
Oh my goodness, I just love that there's so much history between these two. Carissa trying to drift those fins around with an oncoming section there, just slightly mistiming it. Obviously she's here with her husband, her daughter, her mum has been here as well, and she always
eats. So
this last wave here, it just felt like it just slightly, I believe this is the 2-3, slightly went mistimed on this section here.
But if it had come together, I like what she's doing. She's starting to open up sets ablaze.
There's also women who are incredible that haven't quite qualified yet. Eden Waller comes to mind. She's an insanely talented surfer, so that's all to come. It's very exciting times for women surfing here. Obviously, right now, the final, Carissa, she's got a 5-5. She's looking to lock down a big score here. 3 turns already on this wave. She just has such beautiful tempo with Punta Roca, staying nice and tight in the pocket here as she opens up those arms, takes it through again. She's going to drop that arm back, push the fins out, connect with yet another section, and more coming down the line. No downtime in between those 2 turns. She can't quite hold the finish, but what a beautifully surf wave from start to finish for Carissa Moore.
So cool to see this. What we're noticing is her coming out of the block stronger against Tyler here, where it feels like this entire event she's had her back on the wall, and this is allowing her to give more space to her confidence. She's surfing loose. She's flowing through these turns. There wasn't, for me, one big moment of emphasis, but I like that the strategy has changed. She said she wanted to improve on that, and to note that like this could be the factor that gets her in front of the game earlier. We saw her go against Brisa Hennessy, where she was definitely on the walls on the back, and she had to come to the air. She got it on a buzzer beater situation. Then Lulu with a really weird syncopation of a heat, and then Gabriella Bryan, where she really had to put the work in to overcome that. So great to see her choosing a different line through this heat, and this wave looked really fun to surf.
I feel like as well, she's pacing herself. This isn't Carissa at full flare right now. I feel like she's really sticking to that traditional strategy that we've seen from the dawn of time in man-on-man.
Let's see real quick here. Let's get into Tyler Wright real time.
So Tyler, she's had a 2-3-3. She's still looking for a first real wave so far in this heat right now. She's going to kick out there. So she's been super particular about the waves that she's been looking for, and so far her wave selection has been pretty impeccable this entire event. So these, like what Carissa and Italo are doing is insane. Tyler Wright here, deep on this set right now. You can see she used priority up on this one. She's only got a couple small scores here. That's a good looking jam for Tyler Wright. Definitely her best turn of the final so far, carrying that speed even all day.
Yeah, you know, it's true, and look the most rippable. So this is the problem when you have priority and you've been sitting. A flurry of waves comes in. The responsibility is on you to choose which one of those waves will be the best. Most times you decide the first one, and you're hoping that it opens up and that the
But just burying some rail there. Now Carissa Moore out the back on a good looking bowl, just absolutely detonating that section. Let's do it again. It goes even bigger on the next one. That is the wave that Tyler Wright has been chasing for the last 20 minutes in this final.
This was opposite of the case. Carissa sort of had a Dreamweaver wave face here, and she was allowed to open up, and exactly what we were talking about. She's laid the groundwork, and now she's just filling it in with turns like this. That was incredible.
I love the fact as well, let's just sit back and remember, she called herself the underdog earlier today, but then goes out and does surfing like this.
Totally, and you know what that kind of gave a little insight to is her mindset, right? When you're the underdog, you're hungry. You're on the attack. It is all offense. So she's coming in against
Carissa, she's going to take off on this one. It's a bigger looking set wave here. Wow, lays into this first turn here. What is on offer down the line? Connects for a second turn. You can see some of these bigger ones can tend to shut down of that first maneuver. Carissa Moore is on right now. Tyler Wright to answer back with a big layback carve to start this one off. Pushes hard yet again on that second turn here. This is exactly what we were just talking about. You put her in a corner, she'll fight her way back out of it, floats it for a finish. She looks back, she loves it. This is the moment that is going to be pinnacle for Tyler to try and flip the script in this heat right now. Appreciating it. Back in this final though, this wave here right now for Tyler Wright, Tanner.
Notice this is perfect form by Tyler. Extremely aggressive first turn and then releases the tail, and the way that she was able to pull those two together felt like one super large maneuver and just pulls through. You can tell the fire in her. She's always doing it. She's bringing the heat, and it must feel good.
617 here has second priority. She's loved that all throughout the event so far. Quick in and out, a kick out here. But with 9.5 minutes to go, this really does come back to what we were talking about earlier in this final, Tanner. Carissa, she's going to have a look at this one. Looking to drop a 5-5 at this moment. She's going to go big. We know that. She loves just to create moments here. But unfortunately, that wave actually shutting down across that mid part of this rock section here. Tyler Wright now out the back. She'd have first priority. This is a big moment right now. She's got herself back into this heat. Can she finalize and get that 617? Draws the carve out for this second turn here. Now you can see just patiently waiting for the bowl. There's the trademark kick out of the fins there. Connects really nicely with that next section. This finishing section has proven to hold a lot of points this entire event. Goes into it, completes the ride, gives this to stand tall. She's feeling it here for Tyler Wright. 617 is the number that she's chasing. Didn't overpower, didn't oversurf it, just met every moment that came towards her, Tanner.
And I'm talking primarily on the timing. Once she gets into these maneuvers, every one of these maneuvers had an electric moment within it, but she's able to utilize the best of the strength of the wave and then relaxes. She doesn't force it right there. She lets the wave set up so she can start to execute the inside of this wave, and she goes turn to turn, relaxes yet again to finish out this wave strong. So very, very smart surfing by Tyler Wright.
I just can't help but think that every single time one of these women put their best foot forward and get themselves potentially, this could be potentially the score to get Tyler into the lead. We are, every single time one of them is backed into the corner, I feel like it's actually the other one's advantage. I don't know. Carissa now connecting on a big lip line section there. She's trying to get down the line to keep this wave adding to scores. Then hits that end section so beautifully. She's going to go into the foam just for a little bit extra. But then with Tyler getting a good wave, it backs her into a corner. And this is what I mean. She's going to answer back in situations like this, even with the amount of time we have on the clock.
Yeah, and we hope so, right? Like, as a fan, we love watching this kind of stuff. That was a really cool and interesting line. The way that she was able to project through the first carve and make the space to hit it again, that turn for me was really rad. And Carissa has done a great job of finding that end section and pronouncing on it.
Oh my gosh. Right now though, we're going to tune into live action here. 2 minutes on the clock. Tyler Wright, a bit of a warbly takeoff, but a good looking bowl ahead of this wave here. She's going to come around it, jam and go down. Carissa Moore, of course, is going to shadow it. Make sure that Tyler hasn't got a good score under her belt. See what this wave does for her. Just drifts those spins out and over. We've seen an air reverse from her already in this event. There's 90 seconds to go. I would say this priority rotation, whoever gets it, is going to be really crucial to round out this heat right now.
She likes to be coming from behind and make it happen in these dying seconds of the heat. She's been challenged a bunch throughout this event. So, you know, and she's a world champion. So she's going to have all the tools in the shed that she needs to get it done. It's just going to come down to if the wave will actually arrive.
We are under 30 seconds to go right now, Tanner. There is just over 20 seconds right now. Is Carissa Moore going to go back-to-back victories on the 2026 Championship Tour to be the first woman to do it this year as her comeback year after having a baby? There's under 10 seconds here. You can see there is a wave starting to roll through. Is it going to get there in time for Tyler Wright? It feels like it potentially could, but clock is going to wind down. Tyler is not going to take off in time, and that means Carissa Moore is your Surf City El Salvador Pro champion. She's just gone back-to-back event wins here. One at Raglan, flew halfway across the world, and then has won here in El Salvador. This is some of the most incredible history unfolding in front of our eyes, not just in women's surfing, but surfing as a whole. What a moment right now.
I would almost imagine she can't believe it. You know, in that post-heat interview, she seemed outside of her body, and she's truly living in the present moment, and she's so well-deserved. She was challenged this entire event. She kept fighting, and she kept fighting, and she did whatever it took to ultimately win those heats, which then created this run to win this event. It's amazing.
Are you kidding? She just got a second win back-to-back this season. Like, that is the coolest thing ever. And then she's going to go in and hold her baby. Like, she's this incredible woman to come back and perform at the highest stage. And this has been no easy draw for Carissa Moore as well. I mean, let's think back to her run through this event. She had Brisa, where she had to pull an air reverse to get through that heat. Then she came up against Lulu, who has arguably been one of the most informed surfers this entire season. Then comes up against her best friend, her roommate, Gabby Bryan, who I think a lot of the world would have had picked to win this event. And then Tyler Wright, long-time sparring partner, 25 heats against each other now with that final included, and a win under her belt. I mean, she cannot call herself the underdog anymore. I won't allow it.
No, and two, in the final, having to ride 10 waves after a full day of surfing in the tropics, in the heat of El Salvador. She must feel so good.
And she goes straight to her husband, Luke, there. She's so stoked just to celebrate that, because this is a team effort between these two.
It truly is, and it's a family effort, and it's really amazing as a surf fan to be watching this real time. Carissa Moore, so well-deserved, phenomenal surfing.
And of course, Tyler Wright as well. What an incredible run that she's had this entire event too. We can look back to her just trajectory through this. I mean, Tia Zabrowski, like you mentioned, that is crazy just to come up against the young phenom. Then Lakey Peterson, another vet v vet heat. Then she moved on to the quarterfinals, took down Katie Simmers, who posted some of the highest wave scores we've seen this event. Then into the semi-finals against Molly Picklum, the reigning world champ. She was looking so good. Unfortunately, losing in the final, but what a comeback for her to start to get up those rankings a fair way right now.
Totally, and what a valiant effort in the final. She comes away with a 13.84 total, which I would assume you're making most heats of the day. So she just truly came up against a Carissa Moore who would not go down. You know, it was flipping and flopping, and she did so well to stay in the game. And Tyler did great on her end as well to make it this exciting to watch. And oh my gosh, Jesse, we did it. That was amazing. I can't even believe these heats we've been calling. Like, truly, what an amazing experience.
What an honor, Tanner. I absolutely love this. We heard the hooter go. The men's final is out in the water. Leo taking on Italo. We're going to have Mitch and Chris in for the call.
Congratulations once again to Carissa Moore, going back-to-back, an unprecedented feat here in 2026. An incredible contest win there. I mean, you can't say enough about surfing's golden girl. Can't wait to hear what she has to say in her post-win interview. I'm Chris Cote. I'm here with Mitchell Salazar, and we're just going to get right into it. 40 minutes on the clock. We got Leonardo Fioravanti going up against Italo Ferreira. You got the gold jersey on top, number 1 in the world, going up against current number 3 in the world. News that Leo literally just got about 15 minutes ago. You know that had to fire him up. Mitchell, what are you expecting from this final?
Well, to clash of styles, first of all, you have the power versus the speed of Italo. Leo's been on fire so far. He's made 2 finals in his CT career. Outside of this one, they've both been a pipeline. But Italo, I mean, he played a game of chess against Gabe in that semifinal, and he went out there and sparred with him. We got a banger right here, Chris, and Italo looking to go back-to-back. Same thing as Carissa with the event win in Raglan and now here in Central America.
And Leo's sitting with 2 waves in the top 5 in terms of highest single wave score. Yeah, 9-point ride and 8. And the celebration starts for Carissa Moore. Mitch, this stat is insanity. 30th event win. 30th, 3-0.
That's so
The
cool.
golden girl and the golden child. Carissa Moore does it again. And I don't remember, I mean, it's definitely been a while, the last time that a surfer has gone back-to-back with victories from event to event. So doing it lefts, doing it rights. I mean, Carissa Moore is looking unstoppable here in 2026.
She is, and to your point right there, going on the backhand over there at Raglan, and then here on the forehand, had a couple of close heats too, and made some adjustments right there in the final. I was extremely impressed with the way she was able to handle herself. Right.
You're on fire. I mean, you came away with another win back-to-back. This is your 30th win. You're a vet. All's well that ends well. We're going to take this thing all the way to Pipeline. The surf world is right.
Oh my gosh, I'm literally baffled. I just want to say thank you to everyone for their support and love, especially from home, and for believing in me more than I believe in myself sometimes. Thanks.
Well, congratulations, Surf City El Salvador Pro Champion, back-to-back wins. How does this feel? It's got to be an amazing next level to be out there with Tyler Wright, who was your sparring partner 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh, before we paddled out, we were in the locker room, and I was like, Tyler, this is just like the old days. Like, this is awesome. It's really cool to see the veterans kind of make another push this year and take some finals and some wins. And I'm just, inspired by both my generation and the new generation. I think it's a really good combo for women surfing right now.
And I saw you out in the water with your partner having a moment. Tell me how good that feels.
Oh my gosh. I mean, to be able to share this with my husband, we've been together for 16 years now, and he's my best friend, but we're actually testing out the coaching role this year at a couple spots, and I thought it worked pretty well this time.
You guys are a power couple for sure. Congratulations. We're going to get back to the men's final, but we are so impressed with you. Super mom, going nuts. We can't wait to see more.
Thank you. Mahalo, everybody.
All right, back to you guys.